Thank you for the introduction. Everyone hear me clearly? Okay.
Yeah.
You hear me? You put your thumb. Okay, so that I know whether you can hear me or not. All right. So it's a good afternoon for everyone here, and we are very happy to see everyone because, as you have known, we are going to introduce a new heart and healthcare product to Philippines, yeah, which is mainly to maintain our circulatory health. All right. So I will take about 30 to 40 minutes to share with you on the importance of taking care of our circulatory health. And at the same time, I will bring out some unique selling point of this product so that everyone is aware on the key importance of taking care of our product so that we can live healthily with a good heart. Okay, so let me see whether I can share the screen here or not. Can Josephine allow me to share the screen?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Can, right?
Yes, thank you. So basically, in general, this new product is known as LxYang. Yeah, we call it LxYang, and it's going to be launched in Malaysia also very soon. But some places are able to make their pre-order because we have received an overwhelming response from the public, where people are actually looking for something to take care on their blood circulation. In fact, it is a very good on-the-go blood flow solution because it carries a very beneficial effect while we can take it at our own convenience. All right, so it is indeed a very important product for every one of us, especially those who are having high stress or working, day and night without enough rest. So before we discover the benefits and unique selling point of this product, it's good for us to take a look at our circulatory system in general. When we touch about this circulatory system, it generally covers two main areas. One is our heart, okay, and I believe most of you may know that the heart is as the size of a fist. But the heart is a very hardworking organ where it pumps blood to our whole circulatory system 24 hours in the day. All right, so without rest. So even though we are sleeping or we are resting, okay, the heart is still doing the job well. And the heart is connected with most of the blood vessels in our body, and it is estimated that an average adult will have about 100,000 kilometer length of blood vessels. They can be big or small capillaries, but altogether, this total amount of blood vessels can circle the earth for 2.5 times. That means we have a very high risk to get a circulatory problem, yeah, or in particular cardiovascular disease, if any part of the blood vessels is clogged. All right, so we have to ensure the whole and entire blood vessels is clean, right, where the cells, yeah, are flowing freely and the nutrients can be delivered to all our important organs, yeah, to sustain life. It's important. But anyhow, something has been occurred as early as the age of 20, where the blood lipids and also blood sugars will start to accumulate and stick at the walls of the heart without our knowledge, because this happened internally since young. And the result of the accumulation is from poor eating habits, probably in addition with unhealthy lifestyle. So if you have too much of these lipids or sugars and even toxins that sticks at the walls of the arteries, then the blood flow will become narrow, okay? And in the later stage, we will experience some symptoms that relate to the poor blood circulation. So unless we go for regular physical examinations, otherwise we won't be able to discover this at the early stage. But most of the time, when we find out that we have some symptoms due to poor blood circulation, it is usually at the very late stage. What contributes to cardiovascular disease? So we have to know that there are three main reasons that particularly increase our risk for blockage. One is high blood pressure, yeah, that easily make the blood vessels more fragile and breaks, and high cholesterol level together with toxins will tend to accumulate and disturb the blood flow. And last but not least, thrombus formation will also increase the risk for common cardiovascular disease. So if you have any of these risk factors, or anyone who feel that their family have these three problems, they are at higher risk too. But bear in mind, we have alternative ways to reduce the risk to get this problem, provided we understand this concept from the very beginning. So even though we have these high risk factors, something can be done to reduce our risk to get cardiovascular problems. Someone who have a poor blood circulation may sometimes feel symptoms at the beginning. For minor cases, we will sometimes feel the dizziness and headache. If you suspect that you have poor appetite, it can be due to poor blood circulation as well. Sometimes some people may even experience shortness of breath due to poor oxygen delivery. And in severe case, it may eventually develop hand and leg coldness and impotence. But they are at the very early stage. Some people may take precautions and go further investigations, but some may think that it could be due to other health diseases, and therefore this symptom may progress. And when this has come to the serious stage, we will then suffer from two main important killers. One is called heart attack, another one is stroke. The difference between these two is the location. The location of the outbreak. If it is heart attack, then we know that the location for heart attack happens in the blood vessels that leading to the heart. For stroke, it is mainly located at the brain areas. So, but anyhow, these are a very serious blood blockage that may eventually bring a very high risk for fatality. So we have to reduce our risk to reduce the risk of fatalities, because some people who have heart attack or stroke may die on the spot because of the lack of oxygen delivery in just a few minutes. Okay, so the impact is very great. So we cannot undermine the importance of taking care of our blood circulation. So if you have some cardiovascular problems, and you are very lucky you discover it at the early stage, so what are the options that you normally can take? First, people may start with medications or drugs. So these are the medications that the physicians or doctors are used to prescribe, particularly for high blood sugar level, high blood level, and even high cholesterol level. But again, these are the medications that are not from natural source. Bear in mind, if you take more, you will tend to develop more side effects, because our body detox organs like liver or kidney may not able to eliminate all these toxins efficiently from our body daily. Because if you are having some chronic cardiovascular problem, you may need to take these medications every day, on a daily basis. So the more you take, the more side effects that you will get, and the less likely you will recover the problem, because you may have another problem develop at the same time. So even though drugs and medications are commonly used, it may not be the first and best options for everyone. Okay, so if you have some cardiovascular problem, what are the options that you can choose? You may go for angioplasty if your blockage is in the middle or at the very serious stage. Angioplasty is a simple and common surgery, and the surgeon will put in a stent, and before that they will open up the blood vessels, fill with the air, so that whatever blockage, that reduce the blood flow can be minimized to restore a better blood circulation. But it carries a very high risk also, and not all can go for angioplasty. And the reason is because we have so many blood vessels, and if the blockage happens at the main arteries, or if there are many blood vessels with blockage, then the risk of bleeding or the risk of complication is very high. So the surgeon may not able to carry out this angioplasty, all right? And in addition to that, if your heart muscle is weak, and for people who have diabetes or high sugar level, this may not be the best option for you because you may have a higher chance to develop other complications. Okay, so angioplasty is commonly done by the doctors nowadays in view of the increased cardiovascular disease risks nowadays, but they have a lot of limitations. Okay, so you may go for the third options if you think that your blockage is very serious. The third option is bypass surgery. It is an open heart surgery too. Yeah. So in this case, you are even exposed to a higher risk for death. Yeah. There is no 100% guarantee that you will not have any relapse for the problem. And besides that, it carries a very high cost. Not to go for a bypass surgery, and you need to suffer a lot of pain because the doctor need to get a new blood vessels somewhere from your leg to make a shortcut or new road at the heart area to restore the blood circulation. Okay, so it seems easy and it is commonly available, but we have to think twice or even many times before we go for this bypass surgery. So now, what can we do if we know that by taking medication is not good because it develops a lot of side effects, like going through the angioplasty and they carry a very high risk of complications and side effects. We have actually a natural way to protect our circulatory system from our diet, from what we eat, So this is a better way to safeguard our circulatory system, where you do not need to suffer from side effects. You will not get any complications as a result of addition of hormones, chemicals, and so on. And it is non-invasive too. It is a generally safe way for every one of us to maintain a healthy heart function. Okay, so this option is known as nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is something that we can produce by the body, but because of the several factors, we are deficient in this nitric oxide, and therefore, if we can supplement the nitric oxide from external source, then our circulatory system can be well maintained at every level. Okay, so it is important, and I believe it can be done by almost every one of us because it is easy to implement, and it is cost effectively too compared to the surgery and other options. So how to improve the nitric oxide level in the body? Scientists has discovered that the nutritional supplements that contains L-arginine may help to improve the level in the body, and therefore we are very proud that the company has a product that helps to produce the nitric oxide in our blood vessels, so that we can at the same time maintain a good blood circulatory systems effectively. And this is a new product that we are going to offer to every one of you. Previously, the previous formulation is good enough, but with this LxYang, a new formulation, it is even enhanced with better curcumin extract. So this is something additional for our heart health. And what is the benefit of adding the curcumin extract? We will discover it one by one later in my share. But before we go for this curcumin extract, it's good that we understand a little bit on why this nitric oxide is important. And it is really important because we need that nitric oxide or NO as one of the important messenger in the blood circulatory system. I put it in a simple way. If you have enough nitric oxide, it will enhance the flexibility of the blood vessels. Something like a cleaner that helps to clean up most of the blood that stick at the walls of the body, so that we have a better blood flow and at the same time more flexible blood vessels to reduce hardening and hence the breakage of the blood. This is important as we have shared just now that many of us may have the lipid and sugar, even toxin accumulations at the walls of the arteries as early as the age of 20. Okay, so if our age is going to be 40 or 50, then this have to be taken into very much consideration, yeah, because if we can restore more nitric oxide in the body, the better our quality of health will be. And of course, as we have also known that the body can produce nitric oxide at a certain degree, but due to aging, lack of exercise, stress, and imbalanced diet intake, the production is reduced, yeah, and there is no other alternative way that we can restore the nitric oxide except from our food. Yeah, we have to take it from external source to maintain a healthy level of nitric oxide for that purpose. Okay, so we cannot, aging is something that we cannot avoid. Stress and imbalanced diet are commonly, practiced by people living in the modern city nowadays, yeah, and also together with lack of exercise and other unhealthy factors. So every one of us must, aware that nitric oxide level in the body is not sufficient. So we have to quickly restore the level of this to reduce the risk, of the L-arginine that produce nitric oxide. The second ingredient, which is the latest, formulation that we have added to this product, is patented curcumin extract. What is curcumin? Curcumin is actually an bioactive compound sourced from turpentine. Yeah, it's with clinical proven benefits, and therefore we know that by taking curcumin extract, it will enhance, the inflammatory, it will enhance the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, on the blood vessels. So that is important. Why? Because the blood vessels is constantly exposed to a lot of free radicals damage. If you have too much of toxins or too much of fat, lipid level in the blood, the more inflammation and antioxidant reaction will happen, at most of the time. So we need something to protect the blood vessels and at the same time to regulate the lipid level, so that we have a healthy lipid profile, to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Our LxYang, or the latest formulation, LxYang, this added patented curcumin extract will give a better result in terms of the special delivery system. And this is one of the biggest uniqueness of this product. And why this special delivery system is important? Because with this delivery system, more chances for nitric oxide, because it has a higher bioavailability in the body. The meaning of bioavailability means the better absorption in the body. And with the better absorption, it can produce more nitric oxide for better effect compared to other generic curcumin in the market. So you see the difference between the patented curcumin extract compared the generic curcumin extract. So the patented one is higher in bioavailability, which is 4 times higher, and therefore we will be able to see a difference if we mix this curcumin, particularly this patented curcumin, in the water, and you may observe the effect with more bioavailability compared to generic curcumin. After you have added into water, the solubility is very low, and therefore if it is inside your body, you will have less chances to absorb it, less effect that you will experience. All right, so this is something unique for this patented curcumin extract. Higher absorbability with higher bioavailability. So with this higher bioavailability, what happens is our nitric oxide can be increases. This is something good for us, as we have known that nitric oxide is messenger, in the blood circulatory system, and there can be as much as 40% increase in the production of nitric oxide in our own body after the intake of this formulation. Right? So isn't it great for us? And apart from the nitric oxide production, what makes this product or formulation unique is it will also help to maintain a healthy lipid profile in the body. For most of us, we know that this total cholesterol, LDL, and triglyceride will increase our risk for many cardiovascular problems. But with the constant consumption of curcumin extract, it will bring down this total cholesterol, LDL, and triglyceride much lower than the general people. Okay, and it is important, yeah, to reduce the risk of many forms of chronic diseases. And at the same time, for HDL, which is one form of good cholesterol, it will be eliminated, yeah, if you take this product as what we recommended. Okay, so that is it. And why keeping good cholesterol and blood pressure at a normal level is important. A lot of studies has also discovered by bringing down the total cholesterol 10% and blood pressure by 10% will reduce the CVD risk by 45%. So it is definitely a good news for people who are currently experiencing high cholesterol, high blood pressure level. Because this patented curcumin extract is found to be effective by reducing these two, and with the reduction of these two, it will give a synergistic effect, a total reduction of CVD risk, and the effect is very great. So it's a good news, and we know that this CVD is a silent killer. So we have to tackle these two issues before we can see a greater protection in CVD health. And not only that, with the patented curcumin extract, it will also help to increase antioxidant protection, especially on the walls of the arteries, because it increases the catalyzed activity by 72%. Okay, that means it helps to reduce some of the free radicals damage and reduce the oxidative stress in our blood circulatory system. And this is important because it contributes to a lower inflammation at the walls of the arteries. All right, so with the reduction of inflammation, the blood vessels can be maintained at a good condition, and therefore we will feel young and fresh at all times. So it is something good, after we have a better antioxidant level in the body with the consumption of this formulation. Last but not least, with this patented curcumin extract, is also the winner of multiple awards as a result of its innovative delivery system, where higher bioavailability is. So we have received multiple awards, like award-winning technology, botanical product of the year, and innovation of the year. And these have given a very good endorsement on the benefits and efficiency for our heart health. So you can be assured that the product formulated with this patented curcumin extract is of high quality level, and it will definitely be a good choice for people who are looking for a good cardiovascular health. And we have not come to the end yet, because there are still many other ingredients like tomato aqueous extract, which is effective to maintain a healthy platelets for healthy blood flow. It's also found in this new formulation, LxYang. And why we need this tomato aqueous extract? Tomato aqueous extract is found to maintain a normal platelet aggregation. And why we need platelet? Because if we have any damage at the walls of the arteries, maybe a cut that wounds our blood vessels, we need the platelets to stop the bleeding. Otherwise, the blood cells will go out and it will have a high risk for infection. Right? So platelets is important. But for platelet to function normally, we have to ensure a normal blood circulation. There are many issues that increase the risk for unhealthy platelet circulation. Sometimes the platelet may become hyperactive, and the platelets may become spiky due to several factors like lack of exercise, mental stress, obesity, diabetes, smoking, aging, or air pollution. So these are the things that sometimes there, but we are not able to manage because they are non-modifiable factors. So I believe most of us may have some unhealthy platelet condition, and therefore the risk for thrombus formation is very high if the platelets are found to be hyperactive or spiky. because it will eventually form a clot, yeah, and obstruct the blood flow, yeah, and it will increase the risk for CVD together with high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Right? So to clean everything, yeah, we have to reduce the spiky platelets and to make sure the blood flow is normal, yeah, even though we are at an advanced stage. Okay. Benefits of taking tomato aqueous extract is also observed with its anti-platelet aggregation effect within 1.5 hours. This effect can last for more than 12 hours. So if you take this formulation 2 sachets a day, then you are able to have a complete protection for the whole day, 24 hours. And its benefit for primary prevention is also been observed with the effective rate of up to 97%. 7% of people experience a good result after taking the formulation with tomato extract. These are the uniqueness of tomato extract, and we are not using the whole tomato as the ingredient, but rather we are using the gel or liquid part of the tomato to make this extract, because the liquid part or the aqueous part of this tomato is something important, yeah, to control the platelets health. This has in 7 clinical trials, and also because of its great potential in heart health, we have also received the NutriAward 2011 award, yeah, for this ingredient. All right, so it is something that we can proud of, yeah, because we know that this ingredient is really work, for people who are having this health issue. So, in conclusion, if we are looking for something to protect our circulatory health, there is no other best way that we can do by taking a natural food that contains the main ingredients that are suitable for our heart, like L-arginine. This L-arginine is able to produce nitric oxide automatically from our body through our endothelium cell, yeah, by having this formulation. Okay, and this nitric oxide is important to maintain the flexibility of blood vessels, which is very, very important for all people nowadays. Okay, and the second formulation in this LxYang is the curcumin extract, which help to boost up the nitric oxide production and at the same time regulate the blood cholesterol level, and it also contains anti-inflammation and antioxidant protection. So this is an additional part for our formulation. And for your information, this formulation is already been here after the third generation. Yeah, we have upgraded and upgraded again to ensure a better benefits, for a better effect in general population. All right, so this is something additional for this new formulation. And then, of course, for tomato aqueous extract, it's important to prevent abnormal platelet aggregations together with some synergistic vitamins to support healthy circulatory systems. All these are found in LxYang, and it is low in glycemic index. So people who are having high sugar level can safely consume this product as per recommended, without any big change in the sugar level, yet they can enjoy the benefits of healthy blood flow. All right, so it is an enhanced and inclusive proprietary plan for cardiovascular health. Share with you some of the trial result from our panels who have taken this formulation. About 75% experience an improvement in either systolic or diastolic. So we can see a big improvement for people who have taken this LxYang. And it helps in LDL also. A great significant effect is observed, 64%, all right? And of course, including others like total cholesterol, triglyceride, and HDL level. Yeah? So these are the feedback that we have received, and what it means is it really gives the effect for people who take this product as what recommended. So how to consume this product in order to see the desired result? For health maintenance, it is advisable to take one sachet in the morning and one sachet in the afternoon or evening before meal. All right, because the absorption is better someone is taking the food. Okay, so you take it on empty stomach, and this product is mainly suitable for adult and not for pregnant or lactating women. Okay, so if you and I who have some signs of poor blood circulation, remember to take one sachet in the morning or one sachet in the afternoon or evening, so that we can have a whole day protection, yeah, for the 100,000 kilometers, okay, blood vessels, so that we can reduce the risk for blockage or heart problem, because you know that it is not easy to reverse the blockage. And if you have already been diagnosed with some cardiovascular problems, it will take time, for you to treat it, and to manage it. But it is always easy that we prevent it from the early beginning. So this is especially good, for people who are looking for prevention. Yeah. So to share with you this great formulation, and indeed, if you have known someone who have some heart cardiovascular problem, you can recommend this formulation to them, because it is a nitric oxide booster that helps a better result, with this enhanced formula, and with greater bioavailability, and therefore it will produce more worldwide. Okay, we may not know whether we have already developed a cardiovascular problem, but let's take it, and the body will have the protection from the early beginning. Okay, so that's all for this LxYang. Any questions so far? If you have any concern on this, maybe you can raise your questions, see whether I can help to answer you or not.
Hi, Sir Arnold. You have any question?
Yes,
Sister Melissa?
great. Yes. All what I can say is that LChem Global